Smiling up from ear to ear. Oh, what this will be through my teeth. Oh, but baby, it's you. You're the one I love. You're the one I need. You're the one I see. Come on, baby, you. Always on. Wanna leave with my love on top. Give my love on top. Top, 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 top. Give my love on top. Grandmaster Flash and Beast, y'all. Show crack, aka Fat Joe. Yeah. Listen. Come on, Grandmaster. That's what we learn how to scratch. I'm gonna turntable on the ones and twos. I did a little bit of it. I wasn't all that good though. I was better at rapping, but I couldn't. I had a fun teenage life. I had a ball. I was dancing, singing, rapping, all skating, hanging out, enjoying life. I had a ball. Since you know from the get-go, I want to get with this kiss to lips to lips. She can be the awful type of like the drip. If you get me a rap, you look in my eye. But you talk too much, man. You ruin it. I wanna lose the feeling of the groove is on fire. You looking good for the Reggae 1000. Thank you. Thank you. Reggae 1000. Whoa. The dream is going crazy. YouTube's going crazy. The Twitter's going crazy. The actor's going crazy. Do it for little. What's love? Just like for you, and she can go to this love. Got to do it. I heard Ashanti was pregnant with twins. I heard Ashanti is pregnant with twins by Nelly. It's just getting hotter here. Here's the question. I'm talking to all the platforms. I'm looking at 5 platforms. Here's what I want you to do. What's your name and where you're from? What's your name and where you're from? Before I go into overtime, what's your name and where you're from? Oh, I'm shutting this shit down now. What's your name and where are you from? What's your name and where you're from? What's your name and where you're from? Philly's in the house. Los Allen's in the house. Argentina's in the house. Durham, North Carolina's in the house. Yvonne from DC's in the house. London's in the house. Where you from? Kansas is in the house. Let's see who else is in the house. Who else is in the house? The Bronx is in the house. Wow. Denver, Colorado's in the house. West LA, California's in the house. Oh, New Jersey's in the house. Italy's in the house. Holland's in the house. That's mentally. Where you from? Where you from? The Bronx is in the house. West California's in the house. Let's go into overtime, yo. It's official. We're going into overtime. We are going into overtime. Rock, I hate this this remote is not programmed to this TV because I can't adjust the volume. I have to pause it in order to be able to hear anything.
Man, listen, you know that you're getting old when all of the musicians that you jammed off of is either passed away or too old to dance across stage or old enough to have grandkids. That's how you know you're getting old. Sure, I know where to get from. Okay. Okay. I'll get something. Everybody my age starting to move like Bobby Brown. Take that too. Sure. You get a chance. But you need to tie that bag. You was a mid going to my son is out of school. Now winter break. We cleaning up. We doing some early spring cleaning. Vibing.
Where I come from, music has no color. Dope ass music is just straight up dope ass. Pop, rock, jazz, blues, funk, disco, R&B, alternative, Christian, Latin. I play it all. I do, and I will. And a combination of all of what I just said, that's how we create hip hop.
This was Taxi.
Stay with me.
Oh, this record.
There we go. That's the 16th with the beat. Shout out to the Phantom Dog. I'll be sitting
till the evening comes.
What is this? Watching the ships roll in. The young blood one. This is real before you was born.
Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll.
He's an old schooler. He knows.
Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I was about, I had to be about 2 when the news broke that Otis Redding and his crew had crashed. Plane crashed in the water. He was afraid to fly too. But I remember being sitting in my little chair at my aunt's house, watching the news break. And while I was watching the news break, I was watching them bringing bodies out of the water. Otis Redding and his crew had crashed into the water. So I have lived through the 60s, I lived through the 70s, I lived through the 80s, the 90s, and a lot of the 2000s, 24 of the 2000s. Hey, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 24 years in the 2000s. And I'm blessed and I'm grateful. Oh, wait. Hey, baby. How are you? Hey, Sugarfoot. How you doing? I'm listening to Grandmaster. Okay, Grandmaster J. I added that. It's not Grandmaster J. Bless his soul. It's Grandmaster Flash. Sorry. That was just quick. My bad. It's Grandmaster Flash. He goes live every Tuesday at 12.
That's right, Joy.
And I think Wednesday at 8 p.m. on his channels on his channel. He plays all the art. Then them DJs, DJs.
Wow. Don Juan is loving it. Newbie. So come back.
That drum line and that bass line.
This is Robinson. You okay?
The bass is for most of the music.
This is Robinson.
So you know what? While we here, talk about a couple of the items that came up. And let me tell y'all, honest to God truth. Man, what is Bazino going through for real?
Every Tuesday, every Thursday.
Because, like, to be honest with you, son, can you adjust the volume on this for me? Thank you. I'll tell you when it's about. Let me see where it's at first. Oh, it's on 100. And that's not even loud. My other TV used to blast through the hallway.
I mean, I got the first that connected to my Alexa, so it's loud.
Oh, you sure? I got to get another one.
That good?
A little bit more, because I don't want to. I probably should have been playing the music anyway. I don't want to get copyrighted. Just turn it all the way down.
But it's barely working.
I know, right? Down to about 30, 40. That's good. You can barely hear it. Right. So I was gonna say, hey, baby, how you doing today? You said you're watching all the drama. I love you. I love you back, baby girl. I love you back. Let me know where you guys are from. I'm in Detroit, the Motor City, baby. I hail from Indiana, but I was raised between the two. But Detroit's been my home for years, since I was probably 17. All the way through anyway. We came here back when I was 2. I was in the 60s. Then as a teenager, I left. Stop! You in Gary? All right, I got family in Gary. Oh yeah, I'm from Michigan City. So you from my part of my neck of the woods. What's up, boo? Call you family. I'm from Michigan City. Yep, about 30 miles from Gary. I got family in Michigan City, Gary, South Bend, Lafayette, up and through there. Yep. Yeah, and we stretch far and wide because I got both sides of my family there. My that's somewhere I always want to go. I've always wanted. I've not been to Miami. I've not been to Florida. Not been to Florida. But yeah, I spent so many years raising kids. We got out, but I got one more to go. About 4 more years, and I'm gonna be out there like Stella trying to get my groove back. But this young man right here keep me broke. He almost 6 feet tall. He only 14, and so his clothes is big as his shoes. But I'm getting out of here. It's time for me to get float on. So yeah, I was saying, what's going on with Bazino? Bazino got on Drink Champs and got pissy drunk and started. First he was like having a problem with Eminem. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all, Eminem is a homeboy. He grew up in the hood, right around him. Hung out with his boy, right over the neighborhood with me, right? So um, it's like he homegrown. So ain't nobody gonna hate against Eminem. As a matter of fact, uh, I'm gonna tell y'all this. One of my relatives that was in the 8 Mile movie that battled against Eminem. His name is Super MC. Well, you can find it in the newspaper. I mean, online. He just killed his wife. Like, I don't know what film was on. I don't know what he was on. And she was an advocate for domestic violence, and he just killed her, stabbed her like 17 times. I can't fathom why. And he was so gifted, so talented, y'all. I cannot fathom what possessed him to do that, right? I mean, and oddly enough, he performed for a fundraiser for our cousin who was killed in a domestic violence situation. She was going to see about her boyfriend and his brother that were into it. So when she came in the door, and she was trying to calm everything down, and it seemed that everything got calm. The brother pulled out a gun and walked up to her and shot her in the head and killed her. That's my cousin. That's the cousin that we share in common. And then his brother chased him because he shot his girl, his baby mom. He chased him through a Home Depot that was across the street. And he turned around and shot his brother like twice. The brother lived, but my cousin died. So Super MC did uh, a fundraiser where he performed, and I mean the guy was like, he is so awesome. He's awesome, and it was a fundraiser for her daughter because she left behind a little girl that her mom's raising. Her mom since moved to Georgia because she just couldn't be around here anymore. It was too rough on her. So um, about a month ago, it's been just about a month. They were separated. He and his wife were separated, and she was an advocate. She was a poetess. I mean, doing poetry slams everywhere. She was really good at what she did. She was a counselor for domestic violence. She's been on the news. She's been everywhere. And for whatever reason, he was in the house with her and he stabbed her up. Her daughter called her. She didn't get an answer. And she got concerned because her and her mom talked all through the day. And she had a younger daughter also, but the younger daughter happened to be at the grandparents' house. When she went over there, she opened the door and she saw her mom's feet And she went and she felt her, and her body was cold, and that's how she was gone. So that was traumatic. But he was in the 8 Mile movie with Eminem, and so yeah, Eminem is a homeboy. So I'm gonna be down for Eminem anyway. So whatever beef that Bazino grown but got with Eminem, I have no idea. But I really think that it's really time off of that. Bazino knocking 60 years old, he need to quit that. He need to go somewhere with his no neck kind of stuff. Understand me? His square built, buff, SpongeBob built buddy with no neck and sat down somewhere. He went and embarrassed himself on Drink Champ. He was like, "Oh man, dude, crying for real." And then he was like, "I can't stand him. F him, F him, F this one, F that one." And then he was like, "I don't have no beef with him." I was like, "What? Oh, what in the bipolar drunkenness is going on?" Man, homie was pissy drunk. And I know they didn't know what to do because they was like, this dude is sitting up here crying real tears. Like he was red. And then he was talking about how his daughter had to side with his enemy, with his ops, because that's the only way she could make it. His daughter's Coily Ray. So he was saying that his daughter had to, you know, get with his ops or whatever. And he was beefing with his daughter for a minute because he was asking her for money and that. So, I don't know. But Benzino been going through some stuff for a minute. He got into it with Stevie, he didn't got into it with his baby's moms, and just some of everybody, and pretty much everybody that pretty much had his back had to back off because he just kept spitting venom on everything and on himself. So that's just crazy. Matter of fact, and speaking of spitting venom, man, I'm so disappointed in Monique. I'm so disappointed in Monique. Listen, first of all, this is past. All of the beef that she has had with Oprah, Tyler Perry, and what's his name? Oh my God, the guy's name is right on the tip of my tongue too. The producer of Precious and all of these other Star and all these other hit shows. Oh my God, that she was good. I can't think of the man's name, but somebody put it in the chat. But she was beefing with all of these people. That's one thing. You know what I'm saying? For her to be beefing with these people in a professional, and D.L. Hughley, and that's my dude. D.L. Hughley is so funny to me, but on some stuff. Like, I don't like the Jesus joke. Never like that. But anyway, it's like, I don't have, any problem because professionally, only they know what they go through. You know what I'm saying? You get in the contracts, getting out the money. And we already know that. And when you get into that, it's a beast. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in Hollywood or in the industry as a whole, whether it be music, comedy, TV, whatever, any other performing arts, any of it, it's difficult to make it unless you kiss some butt and bend over backwards. And you gotta really like be a Chance the Rapper, so to speak, who pretty much did his own thing on his own. You know what I'm saying? He's independent, and you gotta to make it until you can make it. All right, so my speaker just died, but can y'all hear me? Can you still hear me? My Bluetooth just went out, but my speaker on my computer is still working. I have no reason. I mean, no idea why, unless it came unplugged. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Give me a second. I just like it. Just seems like you can be a lot better. All right. I got background noise. It might be okay. Hold on. Probably music. Is that better? Is that better? Anytime I'm on my laptop, it's already like it's always like I got a lot of background noise or something. I turned it off. I turned it off. Okay, good. Well, now because I just turned my speaker back on. See, that's my sister. She gonna keep me in line. I just want to hear some music. I know. Oh, and it's so crazy because it's the music that you get off of YouTube that you can't play, and that's so backwards to me. But anyway, back to Monique. It's like the situation that she has with her daughter. I don't feel like she handled that in the right way, and I feel like her husband has this battery in her back. I'm gonna tell you something, and anybody that's a mother, especially a single mom or a mother who had children, and then you married someone else who was not your kid's father, and you had kids from a previous relationship, and it's been you and those kids up until the time that you got into a different relationship. One thing about your babies are your babies. And if you are a real mother, a real dedicated mom, and you know you can't be swayed by anyone on the outside. Yeah, I know. It don't be the jams though. It be that space music, but I got you. Um, but it's like with if you know have a good relationship with your children and you love on your kids, you know, and that don't mean that they all perfect. Because we know that these kids can get on your absolute last black nerve for real, for real. But if you love your children, you're gonna stick by them kids no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll carry them in your stomach for 9, 10 months, the 40 weeks. But you carry them in your heart forever. And then after that, you start carrying their kids in your heart. So it never grows old. There is absolutely no way that this man gonna tell my son that asks his permission, can I call you dad or pop? And you say no. You call me uncle because you got a daddy. That sounds hateful to me. It sounds hateful. I don't care if you got your dad in your life. I had a father. I had a good father. I never had to wonder who my daddy was, where my daddy was, or nothing. My father's been always, I'm a daddy's girl. God rest his beautiful soul. But I had a stepfather too that I love just as much. Well, of course, I love my daddy with all my heart, but I love my stepdad. And my stepdad took care of me. And he called me his stepdaughter, and I was good with that. Or his daughter or whatever. You know, he taught me a lot. He was silly. I lived in his house with my mom, all of this. And we had no issues. He talked to me as if I were his own. He took care of me as if I was his own. So, we had no issues. But if there was to be an issue that my stepdad didn't want me to call him Pops or whatever we agreed on or what have you, and he was bitter or angry or had any kind of feelings towards me, I wouldn't have been in his house. Because I had a dad that was in my life. But with this thing, when you are the oldest and you have 3 siblings under you. I think she got 3 other boys. She got a set of twins and another one under her oldest son. And you have these kids and they're all getting this gold treatment or what have you. It feels like a difference is being made. Whether there is or not, you cannot tell that child what they feel. Sometimes they feel something that's it's not the same way you see it, but it's their truth. But that is no reason for you to be like, allow your husband to put the battery in your back on how you deal with your son. But for her to go so far as to say, F him and F them kids, we know that was a famous line from the movie Reading. And in the movie, it was comical. But in real life, ain't nothing funny about you saying F your child and F his kids in real life. On the stage as a part of your act. So far, everything that she's been doing since she's been performing, since she's been back, since her hiatus or her being blackballed or whatever, everything that she's doing on stage is talking about Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey. Oh my God, why can't I think of this man's name? Somebody tell me his name. I can't think of it. I got a block with it. And D.L. Hughley. And see, check this out. The show that she did where her and D.L. Hughley fell out, that was here in Detroit. And she got mad because no, it wasn't Andrews. Dang, y'all, I don't want to have to look it up. It's oh my gosh. Lee something. What was his name? What was his name? Lee Daniels. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's it. So it's like when she was here in Detroit and she did that concert, what happened was it was DL's show. It was his show. He was trying to, encourage her after her going through what she went through with Lee Daniels, Oprah, Tyler, Netflix, all of this other stuff. So he says, hey, come on and go out, get on the show with me, and this, that, and the other. So he had her come on to the show here in Detroit. She wanted to close the show. But everybody know whoever's name is on the ticket decides on whether they want to open it or close. And in most cases, the person whose name is on the ticket is the person that closes the show because it's their show. You're going to see Kevin Hart. You're going to see all the Plastic Cup Boys before you see Kevin Hart. You go with Cat Williams, you're going to see everybody with Cat. I bet she didn't get Cat Williams that problem either. You're going to see everybody else before you see Cat Williams. That's the way that goes because it's his show. So she got upset and wouldn't come out. And so she was doing this little, what they call a Mexican standoff. And when she came out, she went hard on DL, talking about like, I don't go last. I don't go first with nobody. I ain't no opening act. I got Academy Awards. I got this. I got that. I got this. But you're a guest on this show. It's not your show. So how are you going to tell this man what you are going to do and what you're not going to do? So that's what she did. She got upset about it. And then, Dio was like, whatever. She ain't got to go out. She ain't got to go out. And when she went out, she talked about him like a dog on his show. And he had to come out behind all of that noise she made. But he still did his thing. But her whole show was dogging out DL Hughley. And that's the way it's being sent every show she has. She's not talking about like she not act. I don't even think she even writes acts anymore. I don't even think she writes jokes anymore. She just get out and make funny jokes of who she beefing with. And that's every show. And it's always somebody and always something. So yeah. And that's just difficult. But for her to say F my son and F them kids, that was going too far. That was going too far. Let me go back and read some of these comments. That's my sister from another Mr. So Sis-Lo mods in chat. Yes, please like on your way in or out. Please like the and if you haven't subbed yet, please sub. Ashley Baker, thank you for dropping in from Miami. From Miami. Oh. Sis said it was Lee Daniels. She said it was Lee Daniels. And Sis said a lot of comedians have said those same jokes. It's all comedy to me. Yeah, I mean it's okay. It's comedy and it's okay, but it's like, like she going back and forth with her son on the internet, and her husband doing the driving. I just not so much. Now you hear people talk about some stuff when their kids was little or some stuff like that, but not in a heated, like F yours. Heck, I done said jokingly about your own kids. She mean that. Like, she mean that crap, sis. And it's just out cold to me. It's just out cold. It's just too much. I'm trying to get the full on what happened with Kelly Rowland. I've been out of the loop on that. I know that she walked off the set of the Today Show. And I know that the dressing room that she was supposed to have, they gave it to J-Lo and gave her some little bitty little kind of like dressing room, and wasn't fitting for her or what have you. And I think she kind of got disturbed by that. But I'm pretty sure there's more to it because Kelly is a really sweet girl. And as this is an update for all those. Yeah, I heard that. That's what she said. The dressing room was trash. It was like they trying to just throw her on anything. And she co-hosting the show. She was there co-hosting the show. And that's disrespectful. What was she supposed to be? That's just disrespect. And they trying to, what they trying to say, the black girl ain't good enough or something? And they gave her room to J-Lo. What? And I like J-Lo, but yeah. I like J-Lo. That's right to do R. Kelly. She's a sweetheart. She is such a sweetheart. Kelly is such a sweet, and she's gifted. Like I've watched her in quite a few her little movies and that. Yeah. And I really do hope she plays Donna Summer. I think she can really give it. I think she can really do a great job. You know what? Let me say this. I think Kelly would do a good Donna Summer. I think Tank would do a great Marvin Gaye. I think Tyrese would do a good Teddy Pendergrass. I mean, I'm talking vocally. I ain't talking about characteristics of y'all. And who else? Somebody else I was thinking about. I would love to see somebody do an Al Green story all the way back to the grits, all the way back to the woman that threw the grits on him and then she went downstairs and shot and killed herself. All the way back to that, I would love to see that. I would love to see a good, like Temptations had a good movie, but I would love to see a good Motown movie, like with more than one group, you know, in that, that it focuses on like more than one of the groups, that it focuses maybe more on Berry Gordy and his upbringing and things like that, and then the height of his career, Michael Jackson, all of that. I would love to see something like that, but that will probably have to be a miniseries. Okay, sugar, love you. I won't be here much longer anyway. Love you. But yeah, I think that would be, a really good a good series. I would love to see um like how they had Cadillac Records with the different people in Cadillac Records. Something like that, I guess. But I'm an old head, so of course, you know, I'm an old head. I appreciate it. I appreciate it because I need those watch hours. I need the participation, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Yes, I do. Yeah, I like to see Elder Barge do a life story from his coming up. I mean, they didn't want on Bobby, but I would like to see El do one. Because he had a lot of struggles, a whole lot of them. Some he's still challenging. There, even most of the family is like experiencing some tough times, and they just lost their mom. Rest in peace to Mom Ederline DeBarge. She just passed away recently. I followed her on her social media, and it was inspiring to listen to her because she would always get on there and sing and share the word. And she did that up until maybe the last, I want to say 3 years, and then she wasn't doing it as much. She would just go on live when Elle would go home, like for the holidays or Mother's Day or something like that. And he would have her on his Instagram or whatever, singing with her and spending a lot of time with her. And so, yeah, rest in peace to Mama DeBarge. Created that musical family, and she was musical herself. Saved through and through. She was a saved woman and lived the life she's preached about. Yep. So, prayers to that family, and also to Tina. Oh God, from Queen Sugar. Tina, is it Tina Lipton? Tina, something. She just lost her mom. Snoop just lost his brother. So, prayers to all the people who are going through and grieving right now. I guess I get my raggedy self off of here and finish doing some stuff around the house. My son got it smelling so good. Listen, if y'all ain't up on that pink pine lean, oh, I don't know what you're doing. That stuff smells so good. Oh my gosh. It smells so freaking good. I love that stuff. I had to put it in a spray bottle, but you have to dilute it because it's so thick and red. It'll you turn your walls and everything red, the carpet and all that. But I like to clean up with it, dilute it, and just spray it, in the air a little bit and have them nice before I light my candles and whatnot. Then after I do all my dusting and all that kind of stuff, I light my candles and yeah, I'm a Virgo. Virgos like smell good smells and scents, nice, pretty things. That's me. And we are very gifted in the arts and writing and things like that. So yes, that would be me. I ain't gonna talk about all that other stuff they say about us, but yeah, I'm a early September Virgo. And don't ask me nothing too much about zodiac sign because I don't know. All I know is me and what I've dealt with. And I know that Virgos are the sweetest thing on earth. I said it. And Cancers are some of the meanest ones on earth. I said it. Cancers are some of the meanest people. And Geminis are bipolar. Oh, yes. Aquarians are spoiled. They are very spoiled. My mom was an Aquarian. God rest her beautiful soul. My daughters, my granddaughters, all three of them that were born in February 17th, 18th, and 25th, all spoiled. Extremely divas. Divas. And that is the honest God truth. Pisces are feisty. They're real feisty. Some of them are messy. Let me think. That's about it. Because those all I deal with. And Leos. Leos are very loving. They are really, really loving. They are really loving, but they can be for themselves too. Yeah, they love who they love. When I say loving, I mean like emotional, compassionate. Like my babies, two of my grandbaby brothers. Okay, y'all, I gotta go do the calls. Yeah.